Alright, well welcome. Week 5, Lerve's Fantasy Swerve. I'm your host, Thomas Lervick. As you can see here, I'm out at the mountains of Blowing Rock, Boone, North Carolina, out here celebrating a little bit of a get-together. Hope you're having a great fantasy week so far, and have set your lineup. I know we're a little late this week, but had to enjoy this view. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? But as we go into Week 5, I've got a few matchups I want to talk about, and how my teams are doing overall. So Jayhawks West League, probably my biggest matchup this week. It's against Chesty. I never thought I'd say that. But he's 3-1. He's finally figured out this fantasy football stuff. Good for him, right? I mean, the guy's been horrible forever. So we're glad that he's finally figuring out fantasy football. But we're going up against him. We're both 3-1. So winner really has an advantage as we start to creep into the season here. So good luck, John. Thanks so much for allowing me to win this week. In the C Bono League, also John's league, playing TD and Beer this week. No idea about Clark and his team. He's 2-2. I'm 3-1. Hopefully it'll be another victory, but as we get into bye weeks, as you guys are well aware, it starts to take its toll a little bit on your team. Long Distance League got a real tough matchup this week. It's against Simon. His team name's Camel Toe. Yeah, I'm not really thrilled with the team name because I wish I'd have thought of it myself. But anyways, 4-0. He's killing this league so far, along with we know who, Mike Gross. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that team. And then, of course, out in Heatherstone League, I want to send a big thanks to Larry Bernstein for whipping my ass this week. It's going to happen. He's 4-0. He's got a killer team. I think he's favored to win by 30. So congrats to you, Larry, on going 5-0. My team is officially in the crapper, and it sucks. I couldn't care less about this league right now. And I'll tell you why. One, there's hardly any smack talk. And if there is, apparently it's via text. And then two, my team sucks. So it's tough to really be excited about a team when, you know, your team sucks. So, but looking at overall, you know, bye weeks obviously are a big issue, but when I'm looking at the leagues, there's a couple of matchups that I think are really interesting. Let me start with the battle of former roommates in the Jayhawks West League. That's right, Seth Jones, new father, congratulations on the baby boy, going up against his old landlord, James Starkweather. And there's been a little bit of heat this week, not as much as I thought there would be, but big matchup there. Seth Jones needs to get respectable in this league again. A win over a good James Starkweather team may just do the trick, but really it's been light in the smack talk pool this week. I don't know why. Probably because Seth's been at the hospital, but suffice it to say, it's a big, huge matchup. Over in Chesty's league, Super Bowl Shuffle goes up against the Midgets, and this week controversy in the league. Eddie Perret, longtime friend, former roommate, former co-worker, changed his name. It used to be Midget Porn, and now it's just Midgets. And apparently, it sounds like his son has been curious about what porn is. And it's funny because when Eddie was, you know, 7 or 8, he too was curious about porn. So I guess like father, like son. But anyways, Eddie's changed his name just to Midgets, which of course isn't that offensive, right? Midgets? Yeah, okay. Porn. Got to drop the porn part. The midget piece gets to stay. But whatever. Big matchup there. He's facing Super Bowl Shuffle. Two good teams. Should be an interesting battle. We'll see how that turns out. Long Distance League got two ladies going up against each other this week. That's right, Beth, soon to be Gross, now Hesseltine, going up against I'm Somebody Now, which is Sarah Rogers' team. It's going to be the battle of ladies, and I think we know who's going to win, right, Beth? Right. And then finally, over in Long Distance League, Kuminator. That's right, Brian Kuman goes up against everyone's favorite, Dave Torres and Chaos. Where these two teams right now are close to me in terms of bottom dwellers, but both teams are having some horrible production here out of the first 4 weeks. So let's see what happens between those two guys. Maybe there'll be a victory for somebody, and that catapults their season and turns it around. My vote is probably for Dave Torres, although I think Kuman's got a good shot. And finally, I wanted to end this week just talking about the smack of the week. That's right. One of the reasons why I play fantasy football is for the smack talking. Part of the reasons why I do these videos. I love it. It's good camaraderie. If I wasn't 0-4 in the Heatherstone League, you'd be hearing me run my mouth so much more than I am. But this week I wanted to highlight a quote, and this comes from Seth Jones to Eric Nudeboom. And if you know this history here, there's a lot of animosity there. And Seth Jones, his smack talk this week, was talking about some lawyering. We've got a lawyer in the league, and just talking about some of that. That was the smack talk. And Jones wrote, "You're already wanted in Eudora on multiple counts of blatant gayness." That's how you smack talk, all right? So if you're in a league and you're not doing a lot of smack talking, whether you're an 0-4 or 4-0, whether you've got the bye week blues, or you think you're going to kill your team, part of fantasy football is that smack talking, so I encourage you to do so. Anyways, this has been week 5, Lerve's Fantasy Swerve live from Blowing Rock and Boone here in North Carolina. Gorgeous weather. If you get a chance to come out and check out this area, feel free to do so around this time. October, it's so gorgeous you can see the leaves. So good luck to your fantasy football teams. I'll be watching here from the basement, maybe get in the hot tub later. I saved you guys that from having to see me in a hot tub, but it's pretty sexy. So with that said, Lerve Swerve, week 5. See you next week.